Hey friends, it's time to begin the best damn meeting online with Polly, Drunken, and Snoot. It'd be great if they were on time. Hey dude, should we have some news? Copper Squad by Jacqueline. Come and join the Goose Fleet overlords and watch the AAA meeting.
Oh, yes! Hello and welcome to the AAA meeting where one of the A's means ampersand, and it's Monday, my dudes! Which means your host is your least favourite drunken uncle. It's me! Drunken Uncle, and I'm joined as you...
Oh, no.
I went for a cross between always and usual and ended up saying you-ays. you know when you do that? Like I do it very often. Yeah. Across, I try to say, hello, dude, and hello, bud, and I end up going, hey, bood. What does that mean? And
yeah,
I'm joined...
I know I do it. I don't hear you do it a lot. And besides, you're British. You can call somebody booed and then tell me that's what we call each other at the pub, and I'd believe you.
You'd believe me, but the bood himself wouldn't. He's just sat there going, is this some kind of racial term?
No, well, in this case, I am the booed, so I would not know.
You think you're the booed? You think you are the booed?
Well, no, I'm Honker, but if you called me booed, I'd think that you meant it.
So you finally admit that you are Honker and I'm the waffle. We have this is canon now. Should we do that? Because we ain't got Sinatra today. Should we just do Honker and the waffle?
Does your sound pad have all the annoying disc jockey sounds on it? The slide whistle and the clown honker and everything?
I could like, I could do that kind of shit myself. I guess. I don't know. Right.
Can you play like 1970s dad rock all day and pretend like it's good?
I was already doing that.
Anyway, you're saying.
I am joined as always. Huh?
Uh-huh.
All right. By my colonial co-host Peter the Dub. It's Polydub.
What's going on, my booed?
Oh, God. That's right, we're here at 1087 KFM. It's Honker and the Waffle, getting you through your midday commute, if you work, that is. Hey, what the Waffle's mom does is work. Oh my God, he said it. Oh. How you doing, my boot?
I've never heard someone make the radio sound so formulaic. Well done.
Have you? So you just don't listen to the red because it's all like that.
Yeah, except for college radio, and college radio is so incredibly insufferably hipster. You know what I mean? They want to go the opposite direction, so they NPR everything.
But then
and that was a little Cure from 1981. Coming up next, Cure from 1982.
If you've got the disease, we've got the cure. We'll be back after the messages. Yeah. I mean, it is very formulaic, though, isn't it? Because it's.
Oh yeah.
And then like you'll have like 5 minutes of banter or something, and there'll be mostly someone just laughing, going, "Oh my God, I can't believe he just said that!" Right, that's about fucking 90% of that 5 minutes, and then it'll be like, "We'll be back after these messages," and it won't just go to the messages. It'll be like 107 KFM, the Boo radio. Right. But that bit will be said in like a tinny radio voice as well, you know. So it'll be like 107 KFM, the Bold Radio. Like I don't know why, or maybe it'll sound like a robot or something like that. I've always been meaning to ask, why do they do that? Or maybe they'll go the Bood Radio, and then there'll be the tinny version of the Bood Radio, the Bood Radio, at 107 KFM. Stay tuned and rip the knob off.
Your only reason for living. I don't understand why that. Well, I don't know. You say if you need something that'll make you literally die. Well, at least you're offering them the choice. And rip off the knob and destroy your own property.
Right? Yeah, wake up in the middle of the night and kill your family. It's 107, the Bood KFM. With Honker and the Waffle.
Yeah, I remember they go for like a half hour without commercial interruption, so they feel it's a good idea to go for 7 minutes straight with that shit.
Yeah. You could
You know,
go the opposite direction. And now over to the Honker with the weather and news.
well, that would be NPR.
Yeah, but it's NPR with Honker on the waffle. Like, they've fallen on tough times.
Yeah, and apparently we're heavily sedated in those hard times because I thought you guys couldn't be slowed down. You were telling people to destroy their personal property and kill their families, and now you're just railing against the Republicans in the calmest manner possible. Or I mean, the Democrats.
Yeah. I mean,
But,
a job's a job.
uh-huh.
So how you doing, Honker?
Terrible.
Oh my God! I can't believe he said that. Oh wow!
Yeah. I legitimately am feeling terrible.
Oh.
So I got a sinus headache. I've had it for like 2 days.
Mm.
You ever know somebody that complains they're a human barometer? Weather changes and they're like,
Oh yeah.
why? Yeah.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
You do that?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't go around telling people I'm a human barometer.
Where you get that effect?
Next up on thermometer and barometer.
Off the dial.
Oh!
Well, the way the fog rolls in and typical stereotypical weather that's thought of in England, I thought anybody who had sinus explosions when the weather changed, well,
A sinus
that explains
explosion
English depression.
that's a sneeze, isn't it? A sinus explosion is a sneeze.
Yeah, I guess it would be.
Yeah. Oh, you could, the facial explosion, a nasal explosion, the good old-fashioned snot fest.
Facial explosion sounds like firearms mishandling.
I went a more pornographic route with it.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
No, yeah. So it rained a little,
Yeah.
and then warmed up a little bit, and that must have been accompanied by I don't know. I don't have a fucking barometer other than my sinus cavities.
That was
And
enough
so
for you.
Yeah. Well, it was enough for my fucking sinuses. I can feel my pulse in my face.
I've got that. Not in my face, in my throat.
Yeah, well, everyone can feel their pulse in their throat.
No,
unless
I
they're
mean,
dead.
no, like. I mean,
I
yeah,
know,
all
I'm just
right,
being-
fine.
I'm being hard to get along with. I'm in pain. All right.
Is it? So am I now. I was fine a moment ago. Apologies for the tardiness, everyone. There was a drug-addled scumfuck right outside my flat. It was chatting some shit to me as I went past. So I had to just keep going, walk around the block. Otherwise, he'll know where I live. And, of course, no one wants that when it comes to drug-addled scumfucks. But we're here now. It's Honker on the waffle on the streets. Sinus explosions. Yes. Right all over your face. So we don't have a Sinatra tonight, Polly.
Well, he has been dead for some time, but I've gotten over the loss of the. Oh, you mean our friend?
Yeah. The Ros Doyle to our Honker and the Waffle.
Or what?
Ros Doyle. You never seen
know.
Frasier?
Oh, the program director of Frasier's show.
If only she had a name.
You could have just said yes.
Yes.
The last time I saw
mean,
Frasier was like, I mean, it was a good long time ago. I liked it while I watched it, but it was never one of those shows that struck me as a Seinfeld level quality watch on in the background again and again. So I'm going to see it a lot. Fuck, it's been years since I've seen an episode of Frasier.
Well, I mean, it is for me as well, but I still remember the name Ros Doyle. There was
And
also,
so did I when you pointed me in the right direction.
I mean, name 6 characters from the show Frasier.
There was the old man that lived with Frasier.
I mean, you just said Frasier. Like, you could have started with Frasier.
Well, okay, I didn't think that was a quality one. Okay, so there's Frasier himself.
Yeah.
There's the
But
old man
what's
who
his
lives
full
with
name?
him. Father.
No, what's Frasier's fault? What? He wouldn't have been called father.
He had a child.
He had 2.
He did?
Yeah.
I thought he had one kid with Lilith, and that's it.
No, that's Frasier.
That's what we're talking about.
I thought you were on about father.
Okay, well, father now. Now we're on about father. And then, so he's lives with them, and
Well,
there's a dog.
Start again.
All right.
No,
So is
number one.
Frasier
Yeah,
his
but what's-
father, the old man who lives with
No,
him?
I'm not. No. Okay, well, I'm gonna need a full name for Frasier here.
I can't even do that, so...
It was Crane.
No, but you don't know his middle name? You say full name. You don't
Of
know
course
his
I
motherfucker's
know
middle name?
Of course I know his middle name.
Enlighten us.
Aubrey.
Okay, his whole family's pretty flighty and fruity and whatnot, so I'm going to believe you.
Really?
Well, yeah, I mean, look at his totally not gay brother.
Whose name was?
Miles?
Niles.
Giles? Niles.
It was with an N, yeah.
I was close. I was
You were
really fucking close.
Yeah, you were close. I don't looking up. I don't think Frasier had a middle name. I mean, well, with the first name like Frasier, why would you need a middle name?
Look at this. We're saying, sober up, Holly. No.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him.
Well, you know what helps with a really bad pulsating sinus headache? Antihistamines. Like your standard hay fever meds. Like ibuprofen and antihistamines. You know what antihistamines do? Fucking sedate you.
Stop you from histamine.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
have a secondary effect of sedation. Which is, that's the most common usage other than hay fever for hay fever medication? Sleep aid?
I can understand that. It's also very good for acid reflux.
Really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't get away with it
no
here.
way.
You shouldn't get away with it at home.
Festonia!
Hi Drunken. Love the beach house look.
Oh, thank you.
That is a fantastic piece of wall art. The one with the crazy cat lady. Love ya, no homo.
Maybe some homo. Thank you very much, Festonia, for the 25. He's loving the picture of the crazy cat lady. Actually, Carol Baskins, I suppose, is a crazy cat lady. It's just the cats were, very big and killy. But I mean, so was she. If evidence is anything to go by, she murdered her husband. Thank you very much, Festonia. Much appreciated. You tell him. Sorry, you bitch him. Steve Dave says talk about microaggressions. First off, chat. Smash like. Second off, someone said they'd take likes away from a trans streamer. That's me, I'm the trans streamer. How dare you marginalise drunks and aunties in the same action? Bigots! Well, Jesus Christ, Steve Dave is really pulling out the social justice in that $1.69. And I'll tell you what, I felt every penny, Polly. Fraser's middle name was
Economy's
Winslow.
falling apart. I remember when it cost $10 to say something that hateful.
Good Lord. And then it went down to 9, then up to 12, but now $1.69. Oh,
And
I remember.
McDonald's still has the nerve to call it, get that, a value menu.
Fuck. And the menu itself got smaller, but got more expensive. Shrinkflation.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
Hold on.
No.
There we go.
All right.
Quickly Pups Bingo Wings. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Please.
Why?
Quickly Pups Bingo Wings. Thank you for the 350. Ava Green is the undisputed queen of the squared circle, even though I have never seen her wrestle. I have on many occasions seen her box.
Hey! It was all right.
Wow.
I know. Obviously, that was okay.
Oh, fuck.
Right, so you were telling me about your facial explosions.
Yeah, it came on whenever there's weather changes. No, it's not sexually related, Drunkle. Jesus, man.
I mean, we'll make an effort to stop it. You're making it sexual.
I feel terrible. This is no. Ugh.
All right.
You know what I did when I was trying to sleep the other day?
Did you lie down motionless with your eyes closed?
Everything but the last one.
So you just led down motionless and went, why isn't it working?
Well, yeah. It's called trying to drift off. Anyway, I am an insomniac, so clinically diagnosed.
Oh, hey,
I don't say that.
Mr. La-dee-da.
Yeah. Yeah, and I live in America, which means, I paid for that.
You paid for that.
It's not so much that I want to, like, promote my condition. It's more like, I fucking paid for it, yo. I'm going to use it somehow.
Yeah. I mean, you paid good money for that. You got to fucking get your money's worth, right?
Keep in mind what a fucking insomnia diagnosis from a doctor that you paid for, again, means. It's like, you know you can't sleep, so you go to a doctor, and he tells you, I don't think you can sleep.
Yeah, and you went, well, that's exactly why I'm here, doctor.
Yeah. And he goes, yeah, but you see that framed piece of paper on the wall? It matters when I say it.
Ah. So, I mean, the aim is to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. But then also, like, the guy...
Actually, I think the aim is to be the guy offering those certificates. Imagine how much they pay for those.
I was just going to say, yeah, the aim is to be the guy who makes the certificate. And he's got... And they're just like, well, why is this one so fucking important? And he points to a diploma on the wall. Said, he's got a diploma in making diplomas. Diplomacy? And he says that's why it's so expensive.
I want a future in diplomacy. I'm going to use that bad pun. Really?
Bad
I didn't
pun?
think political... Yeah, I didn't think people with political science could lead to a career in diplomacy. Nah, it's mostly working in a print shop. And they're going to look at you askew like, what? And then drop the joke on them and walk away.
You either go into printing or teaching political science. You telling me that was a bad pun?
It's one of those rare puns that if you say and then walk away, it will convey your plausibly deniable contempt for the person.
That's a lot of words for yes. I just needed to know for the bingo card. That's all.
But you need to understand, I spend most of my time on a campus.
Yeah.
Which means that I'm really interested in ways of telling people to get fucked without having to say it.
Yeah. Well, you're an artist. Oh no, that's a canvas. What? So, art colleges, is that still called a campus? Or is it,
Two of my friends that went to art college did, so I'm going to say yeah.
Oh, you got arty friends.
And one of them is actually employed as a professional artist.
So, welfare.
I forget what movie that was in. Where, it was Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead with Andy Garcia. Kind of an underrated little film.
I've never been to Denver, so I wouldn't understand it.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a Denver omelet. That pretty much sums it up.
What made it Denver-esque? Was it the sand?
No, it was, I think it's diced tomatoes and onions, I think.
That
I don't know.
sound
They put stuff in an omelet and call it Denver.
Yeah, but why not like the old Massachusetts omelets?
I don't know. I would avoid looking into barbecue sauces or ribs very far. There's like 10 cities that claim a particular way of cutting pork ribs that they named after them. There's St. Louis style ribs, and then North Carolinian ribs, and New York style ribs, and Buffalo style ribs, and it's so minor. Oh, we leave the rib tips on, or we cut them off. Like, I don't really.
That's the only two ways, isn't it? Really?
You would think, but it keeps going, man.
You go hot. You can't exactly go like we cut through the bone. All right, fair enough. Then you've just discovered a new way.
Huh.
But you cut in between the bone. There's two different ways.
Well, like I said, I looked it up one time. I was more disappointed when I started looking up the various cuts of steak. Remember when we were talking after the stream and I found out a New York strip was just a cut off of a T-bone?
Yeah,
I'm like, man, fuck New York.
Yeah. Of course, over here it's just a York strip.
I don't believe you, but I wish that were true.
Why don't you believe it? You don't know enough about York to dispute this.
I don't know enough about anything, but I know enough about you to realize that you're largely, not wholly familiar with the truth.
I got hoisted by my own petard.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Yeah, it's a New York strip. Is very much in Australia. It's just called a strip loin here.
Is it from the loin?
I don't know. I just looked up the name. I mean, do you even believe that it's actually called a strip loin?
You could tell me about anything when it comes to cuts. Well, damn near anything when it comes to cuts of beef. I mean, if you called it wild beef, I'd know you're full of shit. But
But again, why?
it's what? Because cows are pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
And people come up with 100 different ways to fucking dice and slice these fucking things up. And everybody wants to name them something particular or peculiar to their individual state or restaurant or themselves. And it's obvious.
It is, yeah. I think that's very much an American thing, though, isn't it? It's just like, oh, that's how we do it round here, y'all.
Oh, absolutely.
But whereas really the way you're doing it round here, y'all, is actually the way that they also do it the next day over. They just, they add a couple of onions and give it a different name. It's I think Americans, despite the fact that you're all like, oh my god, best country in America, because they're not worldly wise people, but even then, still desperately seeking out their own identity.
I told Far two things about America.
How long you've known her? You've only told her two things about America.
Well, I'm not terribly open with people, so yeah.
Name 6 of the 2 things you've told her. Oh! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. It's Doc for 20.
This Dono is a good example of Drunken anytime he encounters the truth he is wholly unfamiliar with.
Just don't touch me there. Just leave, and then I run away. I run away before anyone can convince me of the truth, abstract or unabstract, which I guess is just normal. What's the opposite? It's just stract.
Concrete.
Was that the opposite of abstract? Is concrete? I thought the opposite of
concrete.
I'm
going to say this, and I
soil.
don't want to. I try and leave philosophy out of this, but yeah, they're technical terms inside of epistemology, abstracta and concreta.
You getting epistical on me?
So you're just pushing me now.
Is that?
To say things. Nobody wants to hear this. You want to know what epistemology is?
I do. I genuinely do. Yeah.
It's a study of theories of knowledge. How do you know what you know? It's like, well, this is the case. How do you know that?
How? Okay. So how do you know that is what epistemology is?
Because it's it's factual. Namely, it can be verified.
You can say that about anything, though, can't you? Really? Like, I've had arguments with people on fucking Reddit and even back in the day, Tumblr, and you go, all right, give me a source on that, and they'll actually post you to another Reddit or fucking Tumblr page. So now I've taken, when I argue with people online, I will write my own source. If Drunken says like, oh, actually, it's 10% of
alcohol, liquor, booze.
Yes, please.
10% of toddlers grow up
to
work in the slave trade or something like that.
Hell to the yeah.
But then someone will go, do you have a source for that? And I go, yeah. And I'll just go and write it out real quickly and then send them a link to that. And it'll just be a little page. It says 10% of toddlers grow up to work in the slave trade. But now it's factual. I've just verified it, Polly.
Mm-hmm. But that's the flaw in facts. Okay, I'm going to make Doc regret hitting me up with $20.
Nice.
There's a reason that there's a thing and that a good number of people subscribe to called epistemological nihilism. That any argument for why something is the case will ultimately boil down to one of two factors, or one of two claims. An infinite regress of chasing after things. I know that this is true because this is true. Well, how do you know that's true? Because this is true. And infinite regress on forever. Or ultimately you'll get down to the bedrock of a claim that's self-referencing. It's true because it's true.
Right. What's the other one?
The infinite regress.
Oh, that was 2. Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, infinite regress means it doesn't stop. The other one stops at a point of saying it's true because it's true.
So I guess like what I'm doing here is the infinite regress. I'm verifying what I'm saying through my own.
That's the flaw with a fact. People say, well, it's a good thing because it's a fact. Well, a fact just means it can be verified inside of a given theoretical framework. See, I mean, Doc's really regretting that $20 now.
I don't think he is.
I don't know.
I think he's sat there, he's nodding sagely, going, worth every penny.
I don't believe that for a minute.
Well, look, I can verify it, but it would just give me a minute so I could write a quick tweet saying that. That's
the real
exactly
fun stuff
happened.
is when you come up to, I don't care about what's factual. I care about what's true. And then you find out there's like this small handful of things that can be called truth with a capital T in the world. And that's when you usually end up dressing in all black and smoking packs of cigarettes per day. That's why philosophers look like that.
Are you referring to Johnny Cash or Antifa?
Antifa. You know, they're exactly the kind of fucking people that are like, yeah, oh, smoking packs of cigarettes and I don't eat fish because of the chemicals, you know?
Fish don't come... Fish don't have
And what am I
chemicals.
talking about? Eating fish. They're all fucking vegans.
Fish aren't vegans. What, the piranha?
Fish themselves aren't vegans, no. Plenty
No.
of fish eat other fish.
Yeah, fair. And you would. Fish are fucking delicious.
Do vegans eat, you know, people take green supplements and like algae supplements? Is that because those are single-celled organisms? Is that off the vegan eating list?
Well, I mean, the vegans are up for eating insects as well, so you can't say it's about, like, not...
Oh, wait, is that true?
Yeah, there's the vegans who want you to eat the bugs.
I don't know about that. They're so zealous with their... Like, they won't eat fucking honey. Because that's enslaving the bees and using them for their labor. I can't believe I've actually heard people make that argument.
Enslaving the bees, yeah. So if I hadn't heard that before, I would think you were joking. But no, I have also heard enslaving the bees, yeah.
Yeah, you're oppressing them and using them for their labor. Like I have heard people take Marxism to some strange places, but never to a beehive. If anything, that queen bee's the one who's doing the oppressing.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they're living under a fucking monarchy, for God's sake. Like, you can't... Oh, God damn it. And yeah, not just a monarchy, Polly, but a matriarchy. You think the vegans would be well on board with that, you know? Feminism.
A matriarchy surrounded by nothing but eunuchs. Think about it.
I really don't want to, but that's what it is. Oh, for God's sake.
Run through this here really quickly. Alan, thank you for the $3. As simply as Polly. Alan. Doc, thank you for the $20 and the Naked Ava Green. Obligatory dono for the Surly Otter. Yeah, I'm sickly surly today, and that's just, yeah, no good. But thank you. That brightens my day mildly. Appreciate that. You tell Steve Day for the $9.50. Huzzah! They had some spare change and wanted to gremlin? Oh, and wanted my gremlin to make an appearance as Drunkle on that, Polly.
What you getting at with the book script? Spit that shit out, man!
I was having trouble reading. Fucking Osiris.
Bit harsh, right? Fuck. Chill out, man.
Holy shit, has that become my... Shut up! Oh, Huzzah, I had some spare change. I wanted my gremlin to make an appearance. Asked Drunkle on that Polly. He's playing a game. I'm in, and I asked him to name my gremlin Longboy.
Yes. So it was also on Wednesday I sent you there. It turns out there's a Wikipedia page for the for Longboy the duck.
Shut up! There's a Really?
I sent it to you on Do you just ignore my messages on Discord? I think you do.
No.
But you just ignored that one in particular.
Is that the one that's a Google link?
Yeah.
No, that was deliberately ignored. That's how I knew that.
So you admit it was that you ignored it?
Sir, you sent me a link. You literally tried to let me Google that for you. You didn't send me the thing. You sent me a link to Google to look it up. No.
Yeah, I Googled it for you.
Why didn't you click one more button? And
No. It's about that link was to the All-Star in Batman.
Okay, then I didn't see the
Right,
other
so
one at
see the
all.
one above it, right? Just above it, where there's a picture of a duck and it says "Long Boy." That's. So you've ignored both of them.
The more you say long boy, the more
Yeah.
gay it's starting to sound.
Is this sound? Because I don't think like ducks. I don't. Have you ever seen a gay duck?
I'm saying if it was gay house or steak bar, I'd go with gay house.
Hey, now you're a gay duck. Speaking of which, as well, right, with the enslavement of bees, what is vegans' problems with eggs?
It's the exact same concept.
But like,
You're invading the reproductive process of an animal and blah 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 blah.
but like, they will lay the eggs anyway. You know, do you want snakes? Because that's how you get snakes.
And they also lay eggs.
They
You want some
do-
snake eggs?
I would try a snake egg. Yeah.
You know, now that I'm saying it, there's a really small list of things I won't try. I'm not sure I would eat a snake egg.
You wouldn't eat a
That's
snake
kind of
egg?
gross.
Like a
Nah,
snake.
it's
Well,
kind of
you
weird.
gotta draw
man.
the line at that, mate. You have like a snake egg omelet or something. You know, you got
I
to
don't
give
know.
it a go.
Like I've never seen one. Does it look just like a chicken egg? When you
You've
crack
never-
it open, it's got a white and a yolk, and that's that.
Well, it's an egg. I'm sure it does. Like eggs.
Well, I mean, if you look
Eggs-
at lizard eggs, they're weird, man. They don't have a shell. They got like a leathery outer coating. They're disgusting.
To quote Bugsy Malone, eggs is eggs. You know. Was that Bugsy
Doc,
Malone?
thank you for the $1. I have spent far more money on far less. I have to tell you about my black Santa sometime.
Blanta.
You do have to tell me about your black Santa because I don't know what that is.
Well, Black Santa is the one who comes in on the house on the 25th of December and takes the presents away.
Krampus?
No, he took children away.
Yeah, that's right. If you haven't seen Krampus, you should check it out. The 2015 film. It's surprisingly good.
It's a Germanic folklore, if I recall, but there was a time
Mm,
when
yeah,
everyone
absolutely.
was chatting about Krampus, and then the Krampus film came out, and that was when I started wondering, hey, is a lot of the conversation online manufactured for the purposes of advertising?
Yes.
There you go. Alan threw $3. He said, Uncle. Alan. I gave you a curt nod there, Alan. I don't think you saw it, but there was a curt nod.
Next is the silent chin jet. So, you know what I mean?
Oh, is that the chin, like the nod, the upwards nod?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Ever so
yeah,
slight.
yeah.
Just kind of move your chin up and out, and it's yeah. It just
That's
so-
that's between friends. Whereas the nod down is like it's more polite, you know.
right. And it's one step away from a knowing look, which is one step away from just displaying your utter contempt for the person.
It's just a slap in the face. Yeah.
Gamer Valine, thank you for the 450. Vegans aren't people. Don't lump those things in with us. I would tend to agree.
You think you're people? Shut up, woman.
Well, they're not people with, they're not individuals with a normal life.
Yeah, with thoughts and feelings.
Yeah. Lamented Guide, thank you for the $1. Speaking of Discord DMs, I sent you one a few days ago that might be useful for Wednesday after today's show.
I am intrigued.
You know what pisses me off about vegans? Well, amongst many other things.
Okay, right, yeah, you got me, yeah.
Yeah, and this isn't the only thing. It's just something that kind of like stands out to them. Is it? No, nothing from animals. Well, what about? No, nothing. Like the absolutism of it to the point of complete impracticality.
Yeah.
We should release all the domesticated.
Hold your fire,
This
bud.
man isn't black.
It's Vladimir Dragon off the 10.
Apparently the oldest dog in the world turns 31 today.
God damn it! Will you stop bringing up the news before I bring up the news, Vladimir Dragon? I actually have that. It's in the world records section, you bastard. But you paid $10 for it, so... alright, I still love you. Thank you, Vladimir. Carry on, Polly.
Oh, carry on.
Hmm. Hold on a
Can't
sec.
believe this. This is your liberty. This is your liberty. They mugged us off, ain't they? We've been mugged off by the Klingons.
Mugs. They've mugged us right off. You're going to have...
It's Steve Dame.
And some love for Drunksley.
Yeah.
Although I see what you're doing out there to Polly. Are you gonna have that kaiju otter man?
Are you going to have that, Polly?
No, sir.
Have you seen what's happening to you?
I will be concerned with what's happening to me. Thank you.
What? Go on. Express your concern, please, for the class.
They're not for public consumption.
You don't know.
My concerns are my concerns are just that, my own.
Would you mean vegans aren't for public consumption?
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
No, I don't know.
If you eat them privately, I would imagine it's fine.
Well, it depends how you do.
I mean, nothing's a crime until you're arrested, really.
Cook 'em Denver style.
Yeah, diced up tomatoes. It makes that stringy, fat-free flesh taste reasonable.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't eat a vegan. There's no flavor there. You know, there's no personality because they made.
I was talking about cows. What the fuck were you talking about?
Oh,
fucking
eating
sicko,
vegans,
man.
Well, here's my problem with cows, right? They're
vegans, man. Think about it.
But they wear leather.
And drink milk, fuckers.
What the fuck? You're fucking part-time veganism here. What's going on? Cows they've had it far too easy for far too long, man. I think it's time we actually started talking about the cow issue in this world that we call home.
I've had people, vegans, like, heard them, campus, right? So there's a bunch of them there.
Yeah.
And people bring up the thing about, like, the thing that I think is valid, where it's completely impractical to say, well, there should be no more farming. Listen, hens, bees, and cows that are domesticated, like, live that life because of us. If we just, like, go, be free. Like, be, you, free, go, now. Like,
oh, for Christ.
This is impossible. Don't do that.
Did they both play over each other?
No.
There it is. And I didn't alter that at all. The duck really did say "fool."
It did, I remember, yeah.
Wow.
In an Australian accent as well. Quack.
Drogo, you really are haunted, man. You're getting Pennywise and a ghost duck.
Yeah. Are there any more? Are there any more ghost-based donations?
Yeah. Remember my Halloween ones?
Yeah. I think we could fight back with a good duck army. And there is. I've got a duck army in the news for you guys as well, which we'll get to momentarily. Go ahead, Polly.
Gamer of Lean, thank you for the 825. For Kaiju Polly. No, I forgot about Kaiju Polly. Who should see what the audience sees on screen? Because apparently, a giant otter is discomforting as Pennywise. Did you Kaiju me?
Oh, several times, yeah.
Oh. See, I do have the stream open. That's why I'm seeing chat, but I've got the stream paused. I always do.
I mean, if you would like to unpause it at some point, it would.
Will you just leave it running but muted?
What?
How are you reading chat?
Oh, I don't. I ignore those animals.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains.
No, I've got a pop-out chat on one screen, but I'm fucking with you on OBS on the other one.
Oh, I totally believe that part of it. Yeah. Which I was completely oblivious until Gamer Valine pointed it out.
Not just that, Steve Dave also pointed it out. He said, "I see what you're doing to Polly. Are you gonna have that kaiju, Polly?" Because I
mean,
yeah, you didn't. It's all right.
I get it now.
Yeah.
Sedated.
Yeah. I made you big. You've been leaning in through the window with your little otter face, looking cute.
Not
but
so
deadly.
little anymore.
Not so little anymore. No. And then sometimes you'll just like go off to the left, leaving a plume of smoke behind you. and then other times you pop up. You might be regular size again. I'm playing with the idea that you're getting closer and closer.
Right.
But also occasionally further away. And then sometimes you'll just peek through the corner of the window.
And you're disturbing the chat with this,
I don't think I'm disturbing them. I'm playing around with poly sizes. As TC in the chat says, polydimensional.
Nice.
I thought that was good. Good. I'll put you back to normal now, dude. Here you go. You can have a
I appreciate that you, well, not now, but generally, put me to scale. Like this would be the size of an otter relative to the heads in the room.
No, but you forget that I'm a 6'2" head. So I am a head.
Your chin to your bald head.
Yeah. From the tip of my head to the sole of my.
That's fucking horrifying.
It's why. Look, come on, we're online. Scary things happen on the internet.
A disembodied talking head is creepy but acceptable. A 6'2" one is not.
Even scarier is that there's a body out there without a head, which is fucking huge somewhere. You know, it's like in what was it? Was it Robin Williams who played? Was it the Man on the Moon? In what was it fucking The Adventures of Baron von Munchausen?
No, I don't know. No, what?
And he could. I remember it scared the fuck out of me when I was little that he had a body, but also his head would like take off, and he was eating peaches or some shit like that. It scared the fuck out of me.
Robin Williams, the comedian
and actor,
and that
vegan.
guy. I wouldn't besmirch the dead that way, man.
It was definitely him, and he was like the man on the moon, or the king of the moon, or the prince of the moon, or something like that. And yeah, he could float away from his body, and when he was on his body, he was very, he was very approachable and practical. But when he was just floating around as a head, oh, the mischief that ensued! Scary as fuck.
Fucking hell!
Yeah. Terrified. And also the princess or his wife or something like that, and she was all very nice, but she scared the fuck out of me as well. In fact, that entire movie scared the fuck out. If I watched it right now, I think I would have a flashback to my childhood, and I'd start saying things like, "No, Daddy, please don't." You know, it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be. Should we have some news?
Yes. Doc, thank you for the $9.50. There we go. I'm now going to entice you to check your severely neglected Discord DMs and see the Black Santa. Okay. Far again accused me of living in, quote, digital filth.
I like that. That's good. But then this is coming from Far, who made the Meat Mansion in Minecraft.
Exactly. Yahoo! I'm not saying she's a hypocrite.
No.
Because I kind of don't have to. Sergeant Fraggle Rock, it's been a hot minute. How you doing? Thank you for the $5. Greatly appreciated. Are you sneaking up to the window because you are polyamorous? Do you? Yeah, it's not a good idea to tell people on the internet when something bugs you. That's never a good idea.
No.
But it's unavoidable in this case, so who cares? I really hate having to hear people use my name in that way.
Well, like,
I mean, having to listen to that abused yet still blamable thing, Willow Smith.
Oh.
I mean, there's Willow Smith. This. What would you call her? Entitled, spoiled, childhood arrested brat.
Okay, I was going to say mulatto.
Yeah, you'd think so, but
here you are blowing smoke up my ass, man.
Yeah, I mean, so you got Willow Smith sitting at her mother's stupid show, The Red Table, and she's sitting at the actual Red Table, and is
the Red Table?
Is this some fucking round table they bought at a garage sale? I mean, it's supposed to feel like down home with the Will. No,
at home with the Smiths.
Yeah. You know, come on down and talk to Will and Jada. We'll have some oversugared Kool-Aid.
I don't want to.
Okay, that was a little racist. But
was it? People enjoy Kool-Aid, man.
Nah, it's just a stereotype. It's oversugared. Like twice as much as you need.
I'll take your word for it.
She's sitting there having this conversation with her mother, and she's like, "Oh, I remember how difficult it was the time I came up to you as I was living poly." I'm like, "Don't say that."
Oh, because it was your name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hear it come up all the time when it's like, "Oh yeah, that person's, their orientation is poly." First of all, it doesn't make any sense. You don't have a sexual orientation. You're a slut.
That's not. Yeah, that's not a sexual orientation. That's just being a slut. Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, and I mean beyond the fact of, well, okay, well, don't morally judge me. Okay, pick a name. Promiscuous. You don't have you can't have an orientation towards promiscuity.
I agree. Yeah.
You're a sewer twat. That's very much different. Oh, I got 5 friends and we all fuck randomly.
I think that's just.
You talk to the polyamorous person. I mean, I don't know, but I take it as a given. There's somebody in a so-called polyamorous relationship that wants it to be more or is upset that it isn't.
I know. I do follow you because I'll be doing like my grocery shopping or something like that, and there'll be it's mums, it's mums who are not my mum in supermarkets shouting out the Christian names of boys, because when they get my name, like it stops me in my tracks what I'm doing, because I feel as though I'm doing something wrong because someone has shouted it, in the angry voice. Do you know what I mean? I swear there's actually just a group of mums wandering around just like trying out different... Because I'll be there and, you'll just hear like, fucking... Daniel, put that down, Jonathan, you'll go blind. And then, you just hear Millard, and I go, oh fuck, and like it's not me. I'm 36. My mum's not there. But when I'm trying to shoplift, it is really fucking distracting, man. I don't like it when people. I've got an unusual name, and therefore when I hear it, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So should we have some news?
Hey, fuck you, man!
Gamer Valine, thank you for the 850. Live shot of Polly beating the definition of hoe into the female Smiths.
Nice.
Valine has a point. If you were Willow, how hard? I didn't even think of it that way. You're talking to your mom, who at this very table told your dad as if it were no big problem, and actually got snippy with the man for asking a single question about it. Because she was fucking your brother's friend.
Son's friend.
Not Willow, like to Willow.
Oh, it was Willow.
Brother.
Sorry, okay. Right.
You see what I mean? Like this is
Willow. I heard
Willow's
Will.
perspective. It's like, Mom, how the fuck are you going to judge me for anything I do? You fuck retard's friend. What's his name? Jaden?
Jaden.
Yeah. You fucked Jaden's friend. You probably fucked one of my friends. I mean, after all, they're all living poly.
Yeah. And then, of course, like, fucking Jaden's friend is going and he's bragging to her. And he's going, I had sex with Jada Pinkett Smith. And everyone's like, yo, who? Will Smith's wife. Oh, okay.
Right.
Because she hasn't
really Jada Pinkett Smith.
She hasn't really made a name for herself, has she? Like, really? Like, I could name a film that she's in. Besides the Cleopatra documentary.
Poetic Justice. That's the only one I can name.
Is that a film? Right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just the life she's currently living.
No, wait a minute. What the fuck am I talking about? She wasn't in Poetic Justice. Oh, Menace to Society. She was in that.
She's been in something, hasn't she? I'm
sure
I've definitely seen her in something, but I couldn't go, oh, that's Jada Pinkett Smith.
She had a career for like 5 seconds, yeah. And then came up with a band and all sorts of shit.
Yeah. Whereas Moose was the actor who played Eddie in Frasier. Eddie the dog. And that dog had a very, very long CV.
Really?
Like, longer than Jada Pinkett Smith's. Yeah. So when Moose the dog...
So first of all, fuck you, New York Times, for suggesting there was anything sinister or homophobic about what we said. So you can pound sand.
Speaking of the news, Steve Dave, thank you for 325. Damn, the news is late. I hope that is on the bingo card. Is it?
Wait, what was it?
Late news.
Let's have a little look. No.
Huh.
Yeah. Although
we should probably get on to the news. Look at the time.
You did say though, that you said something mildly racist. So I'm just going to just chop that off.
The Kool-Aid. Yeah.
There's the Kool-Aid thing. You don't blame insomnia for saying anything. We have had some awkward dead air there. I'll give it that. And
oh Jesus, yeah.
We got
Roger and Looney and oh fuck it. Yeah, Empty. You're right. Empty Whiskey. Good name, by the way.
All right, so there's your alcohol.
Empty Whiskey. Collateral and the fucking Matrix sequels. That's how fucking unmemorable she is. You guys are absolutely right. She was totally in those movies. One should have remembered. She just makes no impact whatsoever. So, whatever.
If I recall, though, she was. I quite enjoyed her. Enjoyed her much as one of her son's friends would in Gotham as Mooney Fish. I thought that was actually quite good. Ostan actually is reminding me we did do the UK-US contrast about the names of the New York Strip. So yeah, fair enough. That's a new one. A new square in the bingo there, guys, is the UK-US contrast because it does often come up, and it was a worthwhile thing to do. Right, so cheeky bit of news.
Yeah,
cheeky bit of news. Also, it was Fraser, Winslow Crane, Martin Crane. I would have accepted Eddie, the dog, or Eddie Crane. That would have been fine. Niles Crane, Daphne Moon, and Ros Doyle, or maybe even Bulldog, or Frederick Crane, his son. That is your 6 characters from Frasier.
I went and looked at Doc's Black Santa. He wasn't exaggerating or ill-describing or anything. It is a full-size Santa, red and white suit on and all, and he's black. That is all.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, like it is a life-size black Santa.
Yeah, like he wasn't.
And it appears to be standing in a hospital.
He wasn't rapping or anything. Like it was just.
No, it's a model, like a mannequin.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Now, why? There's a black Santa mannequin. Mannequin.
Mantequilla.
Why there's a black Santa in a hospital on May 15th? I don't know.
That's fair. Zed the Snarky says, I'll be honest, I only watched for Daphne. The thing about Daphne was she had the worst accent ever. She was meant to be from Manchester. That was not a Manchester accent. But also, her brother was fucking Cockney. I don't understand. Right, let's do the news anyway.
Where was she from?
The actress is from America.
That's not her accent at all?
No, that is not an accent.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, weird one. Right, so, news. Let's start off, as ever, with the Babylon Bee. It's Elon Musk saves 22% on hiring Twitter executive salaries by hiring a female CEO. Ha ha ha. Wage gap. Because, of course, Elon Musk names Linda as the new Twitter boss. There's a new CEO. He's going to step down in the next 6 weeks, Polly.
Good.
Yep.
I was tired months ago of hearing so-called reputable news organizations publishing incomprehensible smear pieces about Elon Musk. Elon Musk's newest example of outright racism. Good fucking God.
Yeah.
You really are employed and self-directed towards destroying people that are your perceived ideological opposition. He's crazy. Like, why are you talking about him? Nobody was trying to rip this man apart before he bought Twitter.
It's
and
true.
then he buys Twitter and it's like, you're evil.
It's true.
You
And it
guys
was
are
also
so fucking obvious.
This is, there's a couple of quotes there. Him buying Twitter was a danger to democracy. And there was another one where this will actually get people killed. You remember that one?
Priceless.
Like fucking Jesus Christ, man. Like, you live in the best part of the world, at the best time that humankind has ever had it. Like, you are really, really looking for fucking problems here, aren't you? And now, look, her name's, she's called Linda, and she's a CEO. Fuck it, there you go. I mean, who names a child Linda, for Christ's sake? Yacarino? I'm gonna say maybe some kind of Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a woman. It's a minority woman of color. Is the CEO of one of the biggest websites to ever exist, and I'd say that ticks all the boxes. Has democracy been saved, Polly?
Obviously, I think from past evidence, the answer is no, because you can. If you're Clarence Thomas, well, you're the devil. No, I mean, if you're black and you're in California and you're running for a Republican as a Republican,
you ain't black.
You're the black face of white supremacy.
Of course.
You know, so-called liberals and progressives will just become outright unapologetic racists when they need to, while accusing you of outright racism.
Yeah.
And I will never let the LA Times forget about that. I really hope at some point in my life I am, somebody, not just some jackass on the internet.
Told me the world is gonna roll me.
No, I'd like somebody to be like, one day, have enough money where I can just like the LA Times. No, never. Why? Why particularly them? They ran the most racist article in modern history and did so completely oblivious to what they were doing. What are you talking about? You don't remember the blackface of white supremacy with no hint of shame, and they literally meant it? They're a bunch of rotten to the core bigots, not to mention hypocrites, and I don't want anything to do with them. And to be able to say something like that publicly. Imagine Elon Musk saying that. It's like, why is everyone talking about being a racist? Look at the LA Times. That's racism. They'd be like, oh, burn.
But he's an African American.
Yeah.
And a rich one at that. Okay, well let's move away because we don't want to get Polly too angry. We like to. There's a perfect level of polyangerisms. We like to we stay away from the riptide. We just tread water. Okay, here we go. Now, Uptown man bungled Subway restaurant robbery by asking for all the bread. Prosecutors say. This is exactly This is man.
Yeah.
Right here, right, and he robbed a Subway sandwiches, and they went, and he went, give me all the money, and they went, oh, okay, and they gave him all the money, and he went, holy shit, that's fucking easy. I'm gonna do that again. So he did do it again, but this time, Polly, you didn't go in and say, because he's getting a bit, I want to say complacent, maybe flippant. With his method right here, right? So he goes in and they go, hello, Subway, what can I get you? And instead of saying, give me all the money, he says, give me all the bread.
Right.
And the person behind the counter went, which kind of bread would you like? It's actually fucking quoted. It's a sandwich shop employee, the cashier, asked him to clarify what kind of bread he wanted.
It reminds me of the gun-toting guy wants his keyboard fixed at the ice cream shop. There's something funny about that. Pointing a gun at the sandwich artist and being, Italian herbs and cheese, motherfucker! What the fuck?
Yeah, right. So he fucked that up, and then he got caught because he was wearing exactly the same clothes as he was when he was robbing the other Subway as well. Like, top pro tip for when it comes to robbing. And it is fast food, Polly. Subway is fast food. Just change your outfit when robbing fast food.
Is that a collared shirt with a tie?
No, he is dressed like Fred from Scooby-Doo. That is an ascot, sir.
Is that so it's a white sweater, a blue collared shirt, and an orange ascot. He really is dressed like Freddy.
No, it's not an orange ascot. I think it's probably just a polo shirt. It's like a 2, maybe 3-tone polo shirt. Maybe he's wearing like a bib, so we don't get any Subway mayonnaise down his front. Because if you're robbing a Subway store, you're going to get a sandwich made as well, aren't you?
I have to picture that anybody in this man's position, like going off to however old he is, juvie or actual jail and then prison. You don't tell the story by what happened. Like, even if this robbery was pulled off successfully and you just got busted because circumstantially there was a cop walking by when you were walking out.
Does
happen. So you get arrested. It's like, okay, jackass, well done. Even then you're not going to tell that story in prison. Is that how'd you get busted? Because they didn't understand what I was asking for.
I wanted the bread.
And it turned into a bungle. And people are going to be like, why were you fucking robbing a sandwich joint anyway? All right, that's where the big money is, huh?
It could be. I mean, like, it's never been done before. Well, I'm sure it has. But like, who would? I think it's normally they've just got like one person working, you know? So, like, why not?
Because my answer, I would not rob a place like that or a 7-Eleven or whatever because they've got a time save and deposit all their bills 20 and larger.
Yeah. And
so
you have a
the
job.
only thing you're going to be able to rob is the cash register's float.
You do that enough times.
That ain't worth fucking pulling out a gun on someone for.
You get a free sandwich. You can, because there's only one person working, so they make the sandwich as you're taking all the money out of the cash register.
Remember the story that both Sinatra and myself talked about? The guy robbed or engaged in murder to take $3 from a gas station?
Yes, that's right. Well, he didn't even take $3, did he? He didn't have $3 for his purchase. He didn't even take the money.
He believed he did. Gamer Feline, thank you for the 1450. Here, I found the recording of that robbery. That's what I'm saying. Speaking of bungling, Jesus, it's on that level. But I don't understand.
You just wanted the bread. And the beautiful thing is, as well, in the UK, Subway bread is not legally bread.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. I don't understand why. Why didn't he go full comedy with it?
Yeah, I want the.
I mean,
cheese.
I could see some. Give me the bread, man. What kind do you want, motherfucker? You know what I mean. Give me the dough.
No, the dough. Yeah. Yeah, I want the cheese. They go, oh, cheese is extra, I'm afraid.
It just keeps going. I want your U.S. currency.
And that's when they're like, oh, sorry, it's in a time lock safe. Ah, fuck. All right.
Hey, yo, invest in stocks, gamers.
All right, now just wait for my fucking time.
Heat to the dubs. It's polydub.
Bitch, let me have it. I'm that savage.
Why do you keep screaming, bro?
Baby, it's a habit.
Good. Speaking to that very point, Festonia, thank you for the $25. Drunken. I'm watching the chat. They'll tell me what I need to know.
Oh, I'm sure. They're only 20 seconds behind. But we are green over on this end now, and I've not changed anything, so hopefully that'll just carry on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, buddy. Yep. Right, and we are back on the stream as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sinatra Says.
Hello.
How you doing, my love?
Terrible. Fucking awful. No good. Very bad day.
Yeah. Would you care for us to make it worse by coming on to the AAA?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, actually...
Well, just remember that you asked.
Yeah.
I would not be exaggerating if I said today was probably one of the, if not the hardest days I've ever went through.
I can believe it. Yeah.
So the distraction it's very welcome.
All right, well, someone sent you some bread.
I saw that. I said thank you to Steve Dave in the chat. I appreciate it, man.
Well, you want to read it out now that you're on the stream?
Yeah. I don't even have it pulled up. Speaking of Sinatra, got to keep it status quo. Wonder who I'll shut up this time.
It was me.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, fucking hell, well, welcome back there, buddy. What's just business as usual, hey?
I'm not on my normal computer, so none of this stuff is set up right. I'm at my computer at the house. I don't even fucking bother going to the office.
All you'll need, mate, is just the Discord and Streamlabs. You wouldn't even have to...
Yeah, that's why I couldn't even talk on Discord. I'm like...
And a tolerance for idiocy.
Ah,
well,
I see.
I have that ingrained a little bit.
I was gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and fucking take down the technical difficulties bit here, which I've been doing the bingo thing. It's not been fucking. I'm on the wrong bingo card on the goddamn screen, Polly.
Uh-huh.
I've been ticking this thing off, and it's been going wrong, mate. I've not been doing the right fucking thing.
What are you talking about?
The bingo card.
I'm aware of what the bingo card is.
You are. Right. I've been fucking ticking off all the fucking things on the bingo card, but it's not been showing up on the screen.
Yeah, that's a Drunken problem.
I'm gonna tick off technical difficulties twice.
So you're just turning it off?
The stream is already turned off. No, I'll add the fresh one. I didn't have a window capture. I just had the thing. Look, just talk amongst yourselves.
It takes
Great
all
job,
of us.
guys. Great job. That's fine.
No, I thought
that was SOP.
Yeah, that's what I mean. What's changed?
Where are we, John boy? If I had to guess, I'd say communist China. Are we gonna die here? Darn fucking tootin'.
Okay, cool. I'm not getting any audio from donations. Also,
it was Planet Guide for $5. He says, Jesus fucking Christ. I had the stream paused and I put my phone in my pocket and it randomly unpaused at full volume. Scared the shit out of me. What's on the news? He doesn't say what's on the menu anymore. He goes straight for what's on the news. Well, I mean, it's bread. It's just bread is what we've got. Fucking some ducks. We've got bread and duck. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Alec is probably too lethargic to look at the screen. He's missing everything. No, I'm looking at chat. I have the stream paused. Because why run the stream? I'm on the fucking stream. Why would I want
I
to
don't run the stream either if I'm on it.
Yeah, I mean, fuck yeah, I've got chat. I've got Firefox open and it's to the stream so I can see the chat. And I guess I could pop it out, but I only do that when I'm actually the host.
I could pop it out.
You said you run a pop out fucking chat.
I do. Look, I do it when we're on. I do it on all of them.
Oh well, la-di-da.
Yeah. Right.
Ooh, an aristocrat, eh?
Right. Yeah. Thank you very much. Right. As that. Why? This isn't showing up either now. What the fuck is going on?
I've been sitting here thinking about why we name money after food so often. Bread, dough, clams, cheese.
Yeah. Honey.
Yes,
darling.
Bucks. Because you can eat them.
That's an animal, though, isn't it?
That you can eat.
It's anything, really, then.
Is money named after everything? Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah. And if I was going to put an uneducated guess as to why money is food, it's like, oh, you have 72 cents there. That's some dough. You got dough.
That's worth dough. You're not even cooked.
Because you're using money to buy food?
Get shot.
Could that be it?
Don't be racist. I am a building.
I'm a building.
Don't.
Fair?
I feel like I'm personally being yelled at with that one. The audience is being extra autistic today. I'm glad you're here. We need a translator. I'll do my best.
Yeah, it has been.
That's why I'm so good at wild beef. I'm good at translating retard to understandable.
Yeah, there's no question. You dominated that game. I was thinking, what the fuck? Right away, it's not just boom. Well, clearly he's talking about a Ford Escort. Oh.
A 92 Ford Escort.
Yeah, you got the year right. Yeah, you are actually unspeakably good at that game.
See, that's how my brother and I communicate. Like, hey, get the fucking. Can you get the thing? He's like, what, this thing or this thing? I'm like, the other thing.
The other thing.
And he knows exactly what it is.
Yeah. It's nice. I like that. Right, I think I might have that. I think I might have it now. I think I might have it. I'm just let's check. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Right, that is how far we've gone in the bingo card right there. We've had alcohol talk because there was someone called, Dead Whiskey or something in the chat. We had awkward dead air. That was on me.
Empty whiskey.
Empty whiskey. Thank you very much. The chat got berated for the likes ratio. We had the UK-US contrast in the talk about the New York Strip. We had a poly rant because we always do. I made a terrible pun. Donations played at the same time. That was the most recent one. And Polly did, of course, say something racist, but based in truth. That is where we are at the moment. We just need an article pulled up in more than 2 minutes of unrelated banter pass before it's ever addressed. Unfortunately, the one that we're on, we've already spoken about. It would count otherwise. And a fucking massive donation. And that goes to everyone here. So there we go. Are you sticking with us there, Sin?
I'll be here for a minute.
Cool. All right, well, in which case, let's just continue on with the news, because now we've had that bread. McDonald's found liable for hot chicken McNugget that burned girl.
Can we see it? You can see it in the Discord, right? Could you show the news? Can we see the news? What about us?
I'm waiting for that. I can't believe you spent that long working on a fucking bingo card and didn't do the actually required thing.
Because, I was already shared, the internet went off, and therefore the screen stopped getting shared, all right? It's how technology works. And it sucks.
No,
go on.
The thing that people reference all the time is like, oh man, people sue over anything, and the woman burning herself on hot coffee has become the go-to example. Hot coffee from McDonald's. Did you ever see that woman's legs?
No.
Were they hot?
You should. No, because she was old, so they weren't. But you see, like second-degree burns, peeled skin, blood. What the it was shocking when I saw that picture from the hospital.
You know what? I've heard about this actually. Wasn't she fucking seriously injured?
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't just
it's hotter than the coffee should have been.
Way hotter, so they can leave it so they can leave it for longer. Because once it goes beneath a certain temperature, has been there, whatever, so it has a longer shelf life, so they don't have to make it as often. And what did you give her? A cup of lava plasma? When you look at her legs, yeah, she was seriously burned and scarred for life. Not that she was going to live that much longer because she was old, but you get my point.
She was old. She's gone.
Scarred for weeks.
Yeah.
What would you say is the optimum drinking temperature the optimum temperature for a freshly brewed cup of coffee?
I don't like hot drinks, so I can't answer that.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, this is finally happening. It's going to kick off between you two now, isn't it?
If it was going to be over everything, coffee is a just cause.
I'm going to make it worse. Are you ready? I love coffee, but when
if you tell me you put a lot of sugar and cream in it, I don't
put any sugar and cream. It's just the bean juice.
Bean juice,
good
yeah.
Man.
But I throw an ice cube in it to temper it.
So not cold. You just don't want it hot.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I don't want iced black coffee, but I also don't want.
What's wrong with iced black coffee?
Yeah, because
nothing. But that's just not what I drink.
Coffee. He does.
I do. Yeah.
I know you do. I've told people about that, and they're just like, "Oh, what the fuck is wrong with him?"
But I will be happier with cold coffee. You know what I mean?
I'll drink a cold coffee. I'll drink a room temperature coffee. Yeah, absolutely fine. But the thing is, water only heats to 100 degrees, so it can't. I mean, it's hot. That's as hot as it can get. If you
coffee keeps getting hotter, man, than 100.
What coffee does?
Water. I was just thinking about coffee.
No, 100
and I'm sedated. I'm aware.
So what you're saying is you just blamed being sedated on saying something retarded?
No, it's
no squares now.
Stupid measurements.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's 100. That's the highest it can get before it turns into steam. Are you telling me coffee can get over 100 degrees C?
Yeah. Have you ever tried cold brewing? Yes, I like the way I like it. What I do is if I have free reign over the coffee maker, I'll make myself a cup and leave it out overnight and drink it in the morning.
No shit.
Make it as bitter as humanly possible, and I'm happy.
But the thing is, she's handling hot coffee. Don't think, oh, it's all right. I'll just hold it on my thigh for a second. It's hot coffee.
No, it had. Have you ever had this happen? Doesn't as much anymore because they changed the design because of that. You squeeze a cup just a little bit too hard, and the snap-on lid just pops off.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. In which case, that's different. But then that's not the case of the coffee being too hot, is it? That's about the cup being too flimsy.
It was an ill-designed cup with an irresponsibly hot liquid inside, was the claim.
I'd say irresponsibly a hot liquid because you're buying a hot coffee. That is, it was supposed to be hot.
Well, they heated it to the point where they just wouldn't have to make more. They were being lazy. Like it was irresponsible.
But then look,
That's
I mean,
the definition of irresponsible.
If you're making a delicious cup of tea, right? You bring the water to a boil, and then you steep the tea bag, you add sugar to taste, stir, and what you've got is a very, very hot beverage right there. And that is as hot as that beverage can get, but because it hits boiling point. But beyond that, it can't get hotter. Now, the cup part, I understand. It's an unreasonably designed cup. Yeah, okay, fucking fair enough. I'm 100% down with that. But you can't say it was an irresponsible temperature because it's meant to be hot.
But you can overheat something.
Something, yeah, but not
coffee. And most foods. Food is meant to be hot, but it can be too hot.
Yeah, food can, but... Alright, so I think the optimum temperature for coffee is like 99 degrees C. Because otherwise it kind of burns the beans if you hit 100. So say like 95 to 99 degrees, I think is the optimum one, because otherwise... You want it to be hot.
This is the fake temperature.
It's not fake, it's a real temperature. Trust me, when it comes to warm beverages, the British have got it, right? All you did was make a really fucking weak cup of tea by throwing all of your tea in the harbour. And
now we drink iced tea.
Yeah,
right.
Iced and salty. The cup
and
bit
free of sugar.
It's not like she's going, I ordered a cup of oil and they served it boiling and I wasn't expecting that. Because oil goes beyond 100 degrees C.
Okay, do you go out to eat much, Drunken? Like,
no. I wish I could. Streamlabs.com.
When was the last time? When was the last time you went out to? Oh, fuck, I would kill for a meal. I didn't have to cook. When was the last time you went out to eat?
I do. Actually, Thursday went out with my mum.
Picking up a sausage roll on your way home from the pub don't count, man.
What?
Okay, so you're out to eat with your mom. You get
hold on.
You get your sausage roll.
Fucking Greg's is open past midnight, Polly.
Okay, wait. Just follow me here. You get your sausage roll, and you bite into it. The inside of it is literally boiling grease. Is that not unreasonable?
But the thing is, grease boils at a much higher temperature than water. And you don't boil grease in order to cook a sausage roll. Now, don't get this mixed up with the fucking apple pie fiasco of the 80s.
Oh, God. The magma within?
Now you see, because applesauce, fucking boils at a higher temperature than water. You boil water to make coffee. So when you get the coffee, expect it to be boiling hot. The cup bit... I didn't expect such a debate to come out of this, by the way. The cup bit I'm down with, but don't blate an irresponsible temperature. It's going to be hot.
No, it's not how they... No, they brew it, okay? They brew it and then it sits, and over time it gets colder, but it's sitting on a hot plate. It was like a hot plate with extra heat that they were keeping it where it shouldn't have been.
But it still only hits a certain temperature. And now what have they got now? They've got caution contents are hot written on the side of the cup, which is just the same as mind your head signs, you know? We should do without those and just let nature just do its thing. Now that was an awkward silence.
Well,
So, Drunkle, how hot Celsius should coffee be served?
99. That extra
okay, so the average is served at 60 degrees Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust any system of measurement that arbitrarily picks 0 and 100 as our markers, because that's what water does, yo.
Specificity matters. I agree, but I'm just reading what Google says.
But we're talking about water, so 0 and 100 is actually the most simple way we can discuss this, and it is a discussion. I ain't having you 140. I don't know what the fuck that's going. But I say 100, you go, oh yeah.
Yahoo! I mean, who cares about water? That's not part of it.
Fucking vegans, that's who.
Yeah, right. I'm just fucking around. No, I do get it. It's like water's so critical that we might as well. You have to arbitrarily pick something. So why not water? Good choice. Who's packing their smokes?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that was Sinatra just slapping Shelley about a bit.
No. And he
try off the
recognizes
can
that
opener.
sound, and you know it.
It's gonna fucking rust.
It's rust. That was great. Sin, I tried a cigarette, Aubrey Hepburn style. She's sitting
with
opposite.
the little thing.
You said what in the who now?
With the thing.
Fair enough.
Holder?
From
was a classic.
Breakfast with Tiffany's. Yeah, it was ambiguous what I said. No, she's sitting opposite Cary Grant in not a different movie than Breakfast with Tiffany's. Yes, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
I love how you said Aubrey Hepburn, who was in Breakfast with Tiffany's. This is since my internet connected, am I talking to the people in the right universe?
Sedated. Okay. I actually have taken a whole bunch of antihistamines. I got a horrible fucking sinus headaches, and so yeah, I'm not to be trusted right now. But regardless, I did this weekend. She sitting opposite Cary Grant snaps the filter off of a cigarette, turns it around, puts the opposite end in her mouth, and says, "I hate those things. I feel like I'm drinking coffee through a veil."
No.
Yeah.
No. That's gross.
Well, just meaning filtering it. Well, yeah, it would
But then
ruin
if she
your
did
veil.
that, is she going to sue McDonald's for ruining her veil? That's what's going on here.
Oh no, I brought the coffee thing back up. I was trying to fucking point out what a hot line that was and what a bold woman she came across like doing that.
She was, a lot of people go Marilyn Monroe. I go Hepburn.
Yeah, Hepburn, easy.
So,
but
I mean,
then you have to acknowledge Ava Gardner, and then
I
she
was
wins.
about to say Ava Gardner for the win, man. Come on, isn't that? Thank you, Gamer Valine, for the $5 and scaring me again. Drunken is trying to argue the boiling point of water while you guys are trying to tell him she was served coffee above the defined safe serving temperature, which was just below boiling.
See, I don't know the safe serving temperature. Therein
Below
lies the rub.
boiling.
Therein lies the rub. But hey, here's the thing. Here's how this does, and you were right to bring it up because this is McDonald's again. Are they doing it with coffee? No, they're doing it with chicken McNuggets. Now, I think really when it comes to a lawsuit here, you can go like, chicken nuggets should be served at a certain temperature, and they're going, yeah, but this is a McNugget. It's very different. It's much the same thing. She did get secondary burns on her leg. She didn't just put the chicken McNugget on her leg. It fell out of the Happy Meal, landed on her leg, and yes, severely burned her. And McDonald's have been found liable once again for heating up their things too muchly.
Fucking hell. I do like the idea because they're cooked in grease. There's something I don't know that I find funny that you were served like a flaming nugget out of a furnace, like a nugget of metal.
Yeah, like the devil's own McNugget.
It's charred, still smoking.
Yeah,
It's
they
glowing.
pick it up with tongs and place
See
it in the
calipers and fucking. There's a blacksmith sweating in the kitchen.
I was just gonna say you need blacksmith tongs to pull it out.
That notion just makes me laugh, and it's only one nugget out of the pack of 6. They're waiting for you to pick the cursed nugget up.
The guy breading the nugget, it looks like Tony Stark in the cage. Or in the cave in the
breading the nugget with a hammer. Fucking tink, tink,
tink.
And a tiny enslaved boy off to the side with the bellows, keeping everything nice and hot. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, you go, you boy. More
flames. Wind. Yeah.
More wind. He's like, are you sure, sir? I said more.
But it's already glowing red, sir. I said more, damn you.
Some 11-year-old girl might burn her thigh. More.
You never get anywhere in life by playing it safe. No one understands me.
I shall beat thee for this. Sorry, beat thee for this. So, that's what's up. I enjoyed that conversation. What else have we got? So young Americans have been using fake British accents to fight anxiety.
And how's that working for him?
What the
fuck?
fuck?
This is bloody fantastic, thanks, Governor. Steve
Mr.
Dave.
Cheerio, I'm
I
happy
don't feel
today.
better.
You're fucking Mr. Ohms. Of course, that's sort of the apprentice boy in the McDonald's kitchen is. He doesn't actually have that accent. He's doing it because it's just such a stressful job. Steve Dane threw $1. He said, "I'm never going to McDonald's before AAA again." You scary, Drunksley. I'm sorry. It's just I'm very, I'm very militant when it comes to the proper temperature of a warm beverage. So Gen Z turns to faux British accents to handle anxiety in social situations, which just seems dumb.
It seems nonsensical.
Yeah. The cost of living crisis being what it is, why would you want to be like us? I mean, that just means that you're liable for hate speech, I guess. Whereas if you have an American accent...
it wouldn't work.
Of course it doesn't fucking work. But, Gen Z, they'd rather do anything to avoid actually working. Polly, how do you deal with stress?
Drugs.
See, now that is a responsible answer. How about you, Sin?
Jim. Heavy weight makes sad voice go away.
Ah, that's good. And smacking Shelley about, of course. For not cleaning.
That's why he goes to the gym, to make it more impactful.
Of course, of course.
She's built up a tolerance.
Good lord. This is, of course, reminiscent of when it seemed American children were speaking in British accents because of the show Peppa Pig.
No, that makes sense. They're playing along with something they like and they're children, so that's actually kind of delightful. Like, right, okay, and we're like hearing a kid sing a song from Sesame Street. It's like, right, it's a show they're really into. I get it.
Oh yeah.
But to fight stress and you're not children, I don't get that at all.
I remember when I was young. I watched Sesame Street. When I was not old enough to go to school, get plopped in front of the television. The secret third parent. And watch a Sesame Street, and then it stopped when I said my alphabet, and I ended with Z. My mother wasn't happy then. I asked my sister, who was in school, what she was going to do once she graduated. She went, "Millard, don't use that fucking word in this house."
What?
We don't graduate. We just leave school. We don't graduate.
That's the way it's said?
Yeah, because we don't get you don't do the whole diploma and shit like that. You just leave school. You've done your exams, you get your results, and then you're done. So,
do you call dropping out just dropping out?
Oh yeah, or being made to leave. Yeah,
being made to leave. Because if you were to say I left school, that would either mean you got kicked out or you walked out.
Yeah, no. Generally, you've done
That's
it.
crazy.
But then
I didn't know that.
You can go up to like 14, 15 and then just take on an apprenticeship, so you can be that scared boy with a British accent fanning the flames of the McBlacksmith in the kitchen, and you can do that, or you can fucking go off to a college instead, but you will always finish your mandatory education. You can't drop out of high school like you guys do. If you do that, the fucking police will come around and make you go.
See, I'm just happy that my imaginary thoughts about England turn out to be true. Like that there are still thatch-roofed houses.
Oh, there are,
and that there's a blacksmith on every corner. That's great to me.
Not every
I
corner.
have
We've got
looked all
cobblers
over
too.
the greater Cleveland area for a blacksmith that I can take my sword to get sharpened, and I just cannot find one.
I know a couple of blacksmiths just from the pub.
See, that is just, I find that hard to describe how satisfying I find that.
I used to live
It would be like, of
above.
course every family has a suit of armor. How would you go to war otherwise? That's just great to me.
Every family has a coat of arms. Otherwise, heraldry would die out as an art form. I used to live above a cobbler's.
It's pretty cool.
It's not. It's just...
Why? Did the soul tacking get too loud for you?
Yeah, there was a lot of hammering and place always
hammering
smelled
on
leather.
what? Leather?
The thwack of metal upon leather.
I think hat makers and glove makers got the short end of the stick, because tailors get a name, tailored, and cobblers, cobbler. A hatter is a hatter. I mean, that's a glover is a glover.
Suck, yeah,
it's like, wow, you guys should have made up your own name like lawyers did with Esquire.
Yeah, especially be like, oh, someone texts you and you go, oh, what you up to? I'm just cobbling. Just doing my cobbling. Doing me coblins.
I think they just call it working.
Yeah, they probably do, don't they? But still, yeah, this with the Peppa Pig. So I remember one specific instance of it. A child went out to see if their friend wanted to come out and play, but they weren't in, and so they came in and they go, "Oh, what happened, little Stevie? Where's little Timmy?" And he went, "Oh, no one was home, Mum. Maybe they're on holiday." And she went fucking mad at him. "The fuck is holiday, you little shit? You mean vacation?" Fucking Peppa Pig, mate, is ruining the world.
Why are you angry that a popular British export is popular?
No, I wasn't angry. This was Americans getting angry that their children were using British accents and British words.
Because I was about to say, the Australians are proud as fuck of the Wiggles.
Of course they are. And we all are, as a species. Right, let's move on.
I got to hand it to those guys. They quit and went and we're going to make songs for children, and became a global phenomenon. Okay, good for you guys. You have to imagine there were a whole bunch of people that laughed at them, that knew them.
Yeah.
You guys all quit your jobs, and you're going to dress in colored long sleeve T-shirts and write singy songs for children. That's what you're going to do. You're not going to be an adult. And now they're like fucking billionaires. Lovely.
If you guys remember, we had that article a couple years ago that people were mad at Bluey because kids were starting to talk with an Australian accent.
As opposed to on Friday when people were mad at Bluey for a very different reason.
Yeah, that's a whole.
I'm not sure why so many people like Abacus is a hatter's a haberdasher. No, I'm not really sure why I'm not sure why so many people mess that up. It's fine. There aren't haberdasheries anymore, so there are.
I live quite.
Well, yeah, you're right. You live. I forgot. You live in England. God, that's charming. I don't even feel corrected. I feel charmed.
We don't even say actually. We just go.
Yeah, that's Valine.
Correction.
Actually,
it's
you might like
haberdashery is either like, if you're being very general about it, it's men's fashion wares. So yeah, that could include hats, but it's not hats specifically. A haberdashery is a place that sells small items to make other stuff: buttons, ribbons, fabric, sewing needles,
equipment. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you can be a mobile haberdasher, like which ladies did back in the day. They would have their box that they would walk around and it had all your sewing notions in it. Oh my God, I got to use the word notions.
Yeah. Yeah. You also got to use the word haberdashery, which is nice.
Yeah, which goes to show you that Quentin Tarantino don't know shit. Because they were not at a haberdashery in Hateful Eight. What the fuck? You just liked that word, didn't you? Didn't you?
Me? Yeah.
No, I admit
love
it's a fun word.
I also love, if we're talking about this old-timey shit, I love the idea of tinkers.
Yeah, they tink.
What do they do? They're just general fix-it men?
They were traveling salesmen that sold stuff to fix household goods, but they would do a ton of other shit too, like dentist, knife sharpener, etc., etc.
I thought the Tinker in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy was just that he was a fix-it man. You mean the idea was that he...
That's the British side of it, yeah, is someone who makes repairs or improvements.
Yeah, but they would do a bunch of other shit too.
So do you still to the day... Okay, I'm going to ask about England, but it's a legitimate question. I'm curious.
If it's about snow...
No, it's not. Do you to the day not hire a handyman, you hire a tinkerer? Is that still said?
No, yeah, we hire a handyman now, yeah. I mean, we should say tinker, but... I mean, there's... Some words just sound dirty now, don't they?
No, tinker does not sound dirty.
It will.
I sit there going, I'm tinkering with shit.
Yeah. I mean, Unholy Reaper fixes guns. He has training and certification as a riflesmith. He can build rifles, right? And it's like, I fuck around taking apart guns and then putting drop-in kits. No, I'm tinkering. Nothing more. Do you know what I mean? That's how the word gets used. Yeah,
like
what are you doing? I'm tinkering. Yeah.
Amateur aspect to it of tinkering as opposed to repairing.
Yeah, I think so. That's how like the way Sinatra just said it, that's how I hear it, and that's how I use it.
I like it.
I'm not trained or anything, and I'm not doing it at a high level, but I'm doing this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. As
poking it with a screwdriver and hope it doesn't break.
Yeah.
You know,
occasionally tapping it with the screwdriver.
Yeah, you kick the wheel. Oh, that ain't going anywhere. So, duo arrested when drugs fall out of suspect's fake pregnant belly. There's the pregnant belly in question. You can probably see there's a bit of difference in pigmentation between the suspects on the left and the pregnant belly on the right. But hey,
I was going to say, I don't think that guy's pregnant.
No, I don't think the woman was either. She looks like she's gone through the change. But the first line is, congratulations, it's a bag of cocaine. Yeah, they got fucked. It was a big bag of cocaine as well. It was 1,500 grams going through South Carolina, and the drugs just fell out. And it all went fucking wrong. Actually,
the key is to be the person who sells the fake pregnancy bellies for drug carrying.
That's who you want to be. Yeah, definitely. So I'm just going to go through all my new, because see if they have to reload after the internet cut out. I think we're okay. So, in other good news, though, guys, Vice Media has filed for bankruptcy.
Oh man.
Wow.
Fucking wonderful, isn't it?
A week ago, they were talking Upper Echelon Gamers. If anyone watches that channel, and you should, because it's really good. He was talking about there are talks and rumors that they could file for bankruptcy in as little as a week. Well, Drunken, it turned out to be exactly a week, because I was watching that video on Monday of last week. Nice.
Fucking brilliant. We've also got Rakal the Wolf from the previous article says, was it a crack baby? Good work, Sam. Good work. But it's fucking BuzzFeed only filed for bankruptcy, fucking 3 weeks ago?
Barely. How long did they fucking survive without Gavin?
Oh.
Because Vice was around for a long time.
Yeah, they really were.
But I mean, Gavin has been gone for... McGuinness?
Yeah, he was co-founder.
He's been gone for a fucking good while, mate.
I did not know he was co-founder of Vice.
I did not.
No idea.
No, but then he kind of just got ousted from the internet, didn't he?
Yeah, more or less.
It's like Andrew Breitbart. And then there's the online, quote-unquote, news service that uses his name. It's wild. And I think Andrew Breitbart got, like you said, ousted. He got ousted out of his own thing, and now it's nothing like what he founded. Kind of like when he co-founded the Huffington Post. Yeah, that went a little different after he left.
Kind of like Norman Osborn in the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie.
Yes, he wanted to turn everybody into green monsters. And that stuffed shirt board wouldn't let him.
You fool. No, there was
I know, I'm telling the joke.
Am I? But it is the same, because it was still called Oscorp. You know? Yeah. Do you know how much he sacrificed?
How many late nights he didn't beat his son when he could have been at home swatting him?
Right.
Wait, hold on. People are saying Tim Pool said he helped start Vice. No, that was Gavin McGuinness and his friend at the time. Tim Pool just worked there.
Tony Stark could start Vice in a cave with a box full of scrap metal. Fuck it, I liked it. So Vice is going out, BuzzFeed is going out. It's just, it's just a good day to not be woke. Brewery renames Whiteface Beer after customers say it sounded a bit racist.
Go fuck yourself.
A bit racist. It's actually taken from a poem called Names of the Hare, which is not, I don't think, is the origin of the movie Watership Down. Do you guys have Watership Down over there? No?
Do we have what?
Watership Down. It's a cartoon movie, but it's not funny, about rabbits, and it's actually horrifying. There's a seagull, and he goes, "Big water." No? Okay, well, don't, whatever you do, don't watch Watership Down. It is harrowing. Harrowing. As a child, oh my god, terrible. Even now, I'm like, I'm not fucking watching Watership Down. But no, I don't know if that was what Names of the Hare was based on anyway. Bright eyes. So as this brewery began to sell drinks further afield, a lot of people just went, what? Oh, want to be called whiteface. That's racist. Of course, it's nothing to do with any of that. But hey, this is what happens when, you know, Vice still hasn't gone out of business. It's okay, though. Polly, what do you think the best, well, not the easiest job would be?
The best one of the easiest job? What do you mean?
Easy, not the best job, because we all know that is helicopter paramedic.
Yeah, well,
actually, no, it's jetpack paramedic. I think we've.
Right, yeah, that was the
established.
Uber level. I forgot about that. When they shot there was actual video of it. That's what did it.
Fucking awesome.
Holy shit, he was out in the mountains or hills, and he was getting up there.
Yeah, found someone in like fucking 20 minutes, as opposed to like, you know, the couple of hours it would take for a helichopper to find him. All because of the, you know, owing to the power of jetpackery. But what do you think would be the easiest job
in the world?
Vice News contributor.
All right, not in the world. In Scotland.
Vice News.
Oh, to be an immigrant? You just exist as who you are, having entered the country illegally, and they give you a place to live and money and social protection in every conceivable way from criticism.
I mean, I got it, but what I was really hoping for was Loch Ness Hunter.
Loch Ness Hunter?
Okay, well, no, I mean, if you say that, Sin, you would be wrong. Loch Ness Monster Hunter says, I thought this job would be easier.
Be quiet! Shut up! Be quiet!
It turns out after quitting his job and his wife leaving him and he's never met his grandkids, he still hasn't found the fucking Loch Ness Monster.
Huh.
Did his family really leave him?
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I was hoping you weren't just cracking jokes. That would be funny as well.
Valine said, do you want me to... shit, what was it? Do you want me to just record saying actually so you have it as an alert tone to warn yourself? That would be a good dono. Yeah.
That would just be a good sound pad, actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's been doing it since 1991, Polly. He gave up his job and sold his home.
Oh, wait, I can actually... No, I can't. Never mind. Nerd!
Gave up his job, sold his home, moved to fucking Scotland, and it was all for naught. He says he first made a sighting of something unexplained within his first year of his search. Never saw it again. So, I mean, maybe the Loch Ness has spotted you, buddy. You ever think about that? You know? And he's just, oh shit, here's Steve Feltham again. Calling out to the shores. Nerd! So, not as easy as you would think. So, I mean, Bob Beauregard is correct in his question. Who pays him? I don't think anyone does. I don't...
Can you call it a job, then?
I think it's more of a hobby at that point, I guess. Like, he's running a fish and chip van or something on the coast to just pay for his exotic endeavors.
I mean, that was a running joke when I was an intern. Like, all the other interns said, what are they going to do, fire me?
Fair enough, yeah. He has previously been recognised by the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest continuous vigil hunting for the Loch Ness Monster. Oh,
vigil
finally.
Hunting. I love it.
Finally something your ex-wife can be proud of there, buddy. You know?
And your children can talk about in therapy.
If they talk about you at all.
Well, after years of therapy, they might be able to, yeah.
For fucking 30 years, and every fucking day he's sat there with his little fucking binoculars, and he's going, today's the day. I'll show that bitch. They'll see. They'll all see. Oh, God, I hope for your sake, Steve Feltham, the Loch Ness Monster is real. Police find very upset goat while responding to person crying for help. It is as it sounds.
Was it the goat crying for help?
It was the goat crying for help. The goat had been separated from one of his friends and was just fucking spurging the fuck out. There! And people are like, oh my God, there's a child out there stuck in a hole, or there's like a woman being raped. And they call the police, and that was just a goat who was just freaking the fuck out. But they helped the goat. So that's good. It's cows.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Those are
I'm
cows.
particularly interested in that cameraman.
One of them has a moustache on his head. You wouldn't think cows are total narcs, would you? But these cows are. Crime-fighting cows lead cops to suspect near Boone in North Carolina. So this guy, he's in a fucking high-speed chase. And then he ditches the car, but he's so far ahead of the police that they don't know where he ran off, right? They don't know where he's gone. What he did was run into a fucking field and hide amongst the bovine. Right, so what do the cows do? They go over to the fence. There's the fucking police there going like, oh, I wonder where he's gone. Police went, hey, follow us. I actually led the police to the goddamn suspect hiding amongst the cows.
They fucking actually narked him out.
They actually shopped this guy, who I guarantee from now on is never even going to consider turning vegan. Fucking cows. Fucking
Cows are fucking funny, dude. Like, there's videos of if somebody just plays music, he could be at the other end of the farm. If he just starts playing music, all the cows just wander over.
They are very curious creatures. There was, I can't remember the name of the comedian, but he did, it was for a scientific experiment, and it was one of those things that, you know, humanity cannot evolve past where we currently are until we find out if cows enjoy comedy. So we had this little stage set up in the middle of a field, and probably what I said earlier on, that cows are the worst. You know, they're vegetarians, but they wear leather. That was one of the jokes that this comedian told. He got up, he did this gig just for cows, and it wasn't just his reusing material. He actually made a load of jokes about cows. Just
4 cows.
Four cows exactly. And he said that a lot of them, were very interested. They would come up and they'd be at the bottom of the stage, cheering, throwing their underwear at him. But a lot of them were just chilling in the back as well. They didn't really give a shit. Someone out there in the chat must know his name. He's one of the guys who just gives several one-liners. Now, he's brilliant. He goes like, oh, I was wondering why the ball was getting bigger, and then it hit me. And that's his whole joke. He's fucking brilliant. The cows didn't think so much. Fucking narc cows. Gang of 4 held in for selling fake glasses that showed people naked. This is in China, not China, India, where people are, should we say, easily scammed. Gang of 4 that
you would think,
right? They put on sale spectacles that were claiming they would help the wearer see through clothes. They landed in jail after they were arrested from a hotel in. Police said the gang targeted rich businessmen, that'll do it, showing them videos how the spectacles work and offering to take them to a secret location to try them out. Police are investigating the gang's claims to have sold 3 pairs in by getting models to pose nude in a darkened room where the customers will be allowed to wear the spectacles. Sounds stupid, right, Polly?
Yep.
Right? But until they said what this shit was made out of, right? Because they offered them some things to sell them a rice-pulling vessel that would bring them prosperity. I don't know what that is. And I'm not fucking buying it, right? So, police said the scamsters claimed the vessel was made of copper and iridium and had special powers as it had been struck by lightning. Oh! And now you can see tits. Fantastic. They played on the superstitions of businessmen. Did they? No. Really? No. I mean, do you remember on the fucking old school comic books, you'd have like all these advertisements on the back, and one of them would be X-ray specs. Do you not remember these? It was old school.
No, I do. Yeah, along with the ads for, are you a 90-pound weakling turning and. Hypno coins were always there with the X-ray specs. Yeah.
Daisy BB
the coins with little swirls on them that you would spin.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of my father had a load of comics, and when I got into comics, he gave me all of these. And he had a fucking veritable shit ton of them. But they were old, fucking dog-eared pages, all fucking yellowed and everything like that. You could tell they were and they smelled lovely because they were old. But it was always halfway through there would be an advertisement for the Daisy BB rifle. And I always wanted one. Yeah, the fucking Daisy, mate. I mean, Daisy is synonymous with
a Red Ryder carbine action something BB gun.
Yeah, I had one. A Red Ryder.
I have one currently.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I live in America. Every boy has one. What the?
Yeah, it's right there. I'm looking at it. It's
a
right
rite of
there.
passage, god damn it.
One of the ones you gotta pump it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
pump it just like a billows at the McBlacksmiths.
And like every boy, I went and shot something I wasn't supposed to and got told the fuck off for it. I shot up the neighbor's Christmas lights.
Yeah,
wow,
I put a hole in my neighbor's siding.
You see?
It was a learning experience. Police in Spain and
Well,
France
that's the
break
thing,
up.
man. Is you
Go on.
little boys are just not allowed to fuck up anymore.
No kidding.
Well, I mean, you're probably right, yeah. I mean, what would happen back then? You just get fucking smacked around the back of your head and told not to do it again, you know?
Honestly, it wasn't that long ago, but even when I grew up, we knew the neighbors. We were close to them. Old man used to cuff me upside the head if I fucked up in his yard.
Oh, it's true. Oh, I got slapped by fucking, adults I didn't even know. But, that's what happens when you're an apprentice to the McBlacksmith. Police in Spain and France break up international eel smuggling gang. Has anyone ever heard of an eel smuggling gang?
No, but I'd smuggle eels.
You would smuggle eels, would you?
Yeah, I'd fill a waterproof trunk with water and smuggle eels across a border. Why not?
But what border would you sneak them across? I mean, where are you going to get the money for
From one where they're cheap to one where they're expensive.
Well, obviously, I mean, spoken like a true businessman right there, Polly. I'm very proud. You're going to go far, buddy. You're going to go far. You want endangered eels. You set up an eel farm full of endangered eels, and then you smuggle them where, of course, to China.
Because they grind them up and sprinkle them on their cereal because it gives them virility.
Yeah, it's just an aphrodisiac.
Yeah, I figured.
Human horn.
Right.
Also, did anyone know a baby eel is called an elver?
No, I didn't. An elver.
Now you do. We do a little bit of learning here on the AAA meeting. Queen Village Pizzeria that adds cannabis to pies is shut down. Remember last week we also had the fucking story?
Sounds stupid.
It does sound stupid. There was that place in Canada that opened up a fucking narcotics shop, and in last
we weren't even allowed to sell the drugs.
What the fuck did you think you were doing? And in this one, I think in this place you are allowed to sell cannabis and you are allowed to sell pizza. However, have you got a license for selling that cannabis, mate? No, they didn't, and that was the problem here. I don't think you're going to get any cannabis-based pizza pies unless you make it yourself. And if you do, just don't tell the police, you know? And hey, if you want, I know a guy who can give you some elvers to put on it as well, you know? But shh, keep it to yourself, mate, all right? Hey, kid, you want to buy some baby eels? What else we got? The Battle of Kyle and Ivan. How a city in Texas is aiming to claim a world record for gathering the most number of cars. This is the Texas city of Kyle.
Is this not a replay of the Battle of the... Was it the Joshes?
It was Josh's, yeah. Well, the thing is, the Battle of the Josh, that started off with someone sending a Facebook message to a load of people called Josh with coordinates and a date and said, I'll see you there, and whoever survives is the one true Josh. But then, of course, that gained internet momentum, and people actually fucking went, all right, okay, we got the coordinates, we got the date, my name's Josh, I'm going to fucking go there. And people did. And they did. I think they fought with pool noodles or something like that. And, the one true Josh was seen. However, this is just a gathering of Kyles, which, if anything, is actually, if you remember, the convention of Nigels, Sinatra.
Mm-hmm. The niggle of Nigels?
Yeah, I mean, careful, but yes. Yeah, that is, they did decide that that was the collective noun for a group of Nigels, yeah. And they had people coming from all over the world for the Nigel convention. Now they're doing the same with Kyle in the town of Kyle in Texas. So if you're called Kyle out there, then, well, God, I'm sorry your parents hated you. No croaks! French police intervene in neighbour's frog row. There's a frog row, Polly!
Oh.
Yeah. And it's in France.
Cleveland. There was something called the Shrek Rave.
Yeah.
And it was a rave that was Shrek themed. And the tagline was cool is dead, who gives a shit? Or something like that. Like, babe, we should go to that next time.
It sounds pretty decent, doesn't it? So this is, because I didn't, obviously, Sim, we didn't know, we thought you weren't going to be joining us, and I was hoping But unfortunately, he's a very busy man, but Sam couldn't join us tonight. Of course, Sam is French, so I brought us some frog-based news for him.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought so. So this
Making
lady's
him feel
garden...
included. I'm sure he appreciates it.
Like 4 frogs moved in because she's got a little pond, and they like playing with the fish and everything. She goes, "Oh, it's really nice actually, but these frogs are fucking loud," and it started a neighbourly dispute. This fucking guy's coming over going, "Hey, madame, your frogs, they are too loud." And she go, "What do you want me to do about it? They are frogs. Your frogs, they do frog noises." You go, "Well, shut your frogs up." And she go, "You go back to you tell the frogs to shut up." You go, "You want me to talk to the frog? I will go and talk to the frogs." And she says, "You stay the fuck away from my frogs." That's pretty much what happened. But you can't really do anything about it. I believe
Holy
they are.
shit. I can't believe I just listened to that.
Yeah, I can't believe I just did it. Who wants to see a fuck ton of ducks go into a river?
I do. Fuck yeah.
It's not just ducks, it's ducklings.
Oh, nice.
Look how many.
Oh my god! Look at them go! Holy shit, that's so many fucking ducks.
They just keep coming.
Where the fuck are they coming from?
I think it's just like a Mobius strip of ducks.
They're still coming.
They don't stop coming.
I like that there's black ducks in there. Running. The black duckling. They're stampeding each other on occasion. Look at that.
Yeah, they want to get the goddamn watermelon. Get out of the way, John. I think the ducks are thinning out now. The herd is thinning. Oh, that little one fell over. Oh my god. He's just on the coast is probably in the wrong way.
There's a little pothole there, yeah.
There's a little, you can see the duck on the little pothole. He just trips over it. The little foot. Oh no! Please wait for me. Oh my god, that is a shit ton of ducks, man.
That lake or little pond doesn't look like it's enough water for them.
Unfortunately, there is no sound, which is a crying
I'd love to hear what
shame.
That sounds like.
It's gonna be loud, but no, I've not got.
Play fool. It'd be crazy.
Dude, it's just so many ducks, and they're so small. You could fit a lot. You could, because if they're, I just love how they like roll over the muddy dunes. It's like, and soon they will be back, and in greater numbers.
They really do look like a liquid sliding over the surface, if you know what I mean.
As they get into the water as well, it's like, Jesus Christ, man. This is an irresponsible amount of ducks. Zed says one could say there's a duck load or a duck ton. I like it. There's a shit ton of ducks. Professor
Look,
sets
there was
record.
something worth watching on Reddit. Fuck.
Oh yeah, there are a couple of only once or twice. Yeah. So on to the world records. This is the world record for longest amount of time spent underwater, 74 days.
That's it?
That sounds awful.
Well, he's in a
Wait a minute,
special
I don't buy that for a second. Submariners are under for like months at a time.
Well, 74 days is months.
No, I mean like 6 months, bro. Like, aren't they?
I don't know, man. But this is like, oh, sorry. Oh, here you go then. Without depressurization. So maybe that's a thing as well. But he's doing some science shit under there, and there he is. He's just like, hi.
I don't know. I think he's probably got a nag of a wife.
Oh my god, Polly's just blown the lid off this thing, man.
You know, every day he thought, yeah, I should probably go home. I mean, I finished all the experiment. No.
Oh, an email just popped up. Looks like I'm going to be here for another 74 days. Oh, no. Just go, I got to respond to this text. All right, well, how about the world's oldest dog? 31 years old.
This is the first I've heard of this.
And still a good boy.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, no, this isn't the first you've heard of it. So we did pull it up before, but it was his birthday the other day, Sin, which is why it's been pulled up. It is Bobby. I think we did this a couple of weeks ago. He was 30 at the time. Now he's 31, and it's going to be news every time he celebrates a birthday. All right, deal with it. Now, speaking of things, can I interest anyone in a meteor?
Is it going to kill everyone?
No, it's already landed. It was actually very small, Polly. It was the size of a pork roll sandwich.
Jerusalem Post. It is a Jerusalem Post. What the fuck is it with
fucking
that?
Jerusalem. I don't know, man. And also,
Common
it's
unit of measurement, pork roll.
It's the Jerusalem Post, and they choose a non-kosher measurement.
It's impressive.
They've got a global
it,
leadership
honestly.
they need to confuse.
Yeah, it was. It went through the roof in someone's house. No injuries or anything. But I did read in another article that the person immediately went over and picked it up, because you would, and went, it was very warm.
And then sued extraterrestrials somehow.
Well, sued McDonald's, I should imagine.
Yeah, is that not radioactive as shit?
I mean, everything's radioactive to some extent.
I think it could be, but it's not necessarily a ball of uranium.
Keep hold of it, a space rock, man. The size of a pork roll sandwich. What's that? 1.5 salamanders?
I need copious amounts of space rocks because I need to make a meteorite sword.
Fair.
Oh, yeah. We did Noir Bar on Friday, and we were looking at the $4.5 million pair of 1911s made out of meteorite.
Oof. I mean, I don't know what that is, but it sounds sexy.
You like a classic Colt 45?
Oh, okay.
Two zigzags.
Yeah.
In which case, then, that is gun talk also.
Yeah, the guns that the Shadow carries, you know.
Now, all we're missing for the bingo is chat wins the game for a line, some twat with a stupidly loud engine in the background for a line, and a fucking massive donation for a line. That's all. And if we complete a line, then everybody gets laid. And on to the titular article of this, the episode number 342 of the AAA Mutant, brought to you by the tagline, that really takes the cake. And this is a sad story. Kansas Storm rips meringue off of coconut cream pie.
That is sad.
It is sad, isn't it? What did the... I mean, ignoring the cream pie part, what did the meringue do to you, man?
Yeah, I mean, that really is... My favorite pie is a lemon meringue pie.
Is it your favorite pie?
Yeah, it is. And if a storm came by and ripped the meringue off, like, that would be really
just
sad.
a lemon pie.
Yeah.
It is just a lemon pie then, yeah. What's your favorite pie, Sin?
I'm not a big pie fan. French silk?
What?
Oh,
Okay, that was a... Good for you. That's an answer I've never heard anyone give before.
I never will again.
Well, it's like a cherry pie is fine. If I want cherry, I'll just eat cherries.
Yeah.
Well, to me, like, I don't know. To me, it's a question like, is the crust good? You know what I mean? Like, does somebody make this pie as opposed to some grocery store pie? Any fruit pie is good. I've never had a bad one. Blueberry, strawberry, cherry.
Whenever we have this question, I always assume that like it is the best of circumstances.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
well, would you rather have a chicken Philly or a steak Philly? I don't know. What kind of bread is it? Like, I just assume it's your choice.
It'd be a chicken and mushroom pie for me.
Shepherd's pie?
No. I mean, shepherd's pie isn't actually a pie. A pie does require pastry. Shepherd's pie does not have pastry.
Yeah.
Isn't it a flaky pastry crust?
No, it's mashed potato.
Yeah.
Really?
Ground beef, corn, and mashed potatoes is good.
No, that's a cottage pie, sir. A shepherd's pie is ground lamb.
Oh.
Hence
All
the
right.
shepherd part, you see.
But both are tasteless, so very British, then.
Oh, incredibly
Yeah,
so.
that's fair.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, a nice chicken and mushroom. But I'm not one for the sweetness, really. So when it comes to the pies, I'll go for savoury and a chicken and mushroom. Fucking get involved.
We have not enough meat pies in America.
Yes,
when you say
it's
pie here,
sad.
you think fruit pie. Everyone
Yeah.
does. I do. But meat
Yeah.
pies are fucking good. We should have more of them.
Yeah, Mrs. Lovett style. So,
All right, Polly, you and I are going to have to get together and come up with a Philly cheesesteak pie.
Oh my god, that would be fucking with gooey melty cheese on the inside. That would be a fucking hit.
Yeah.
all right, just be careful of the meringue.
Meringue optional.
So the witness who this is emergency manager in Clay County shared some storm and damage reports from Monday's storms. They included a possible tornado near Oak Hill, tree limbs down, and water covering roadways, but also a mangled coconut cream pie. There is a quote. They said, if you've ever had one of local baker Nancy Kimbra's pies, you know this had to be very distressing for the recipient. They went on to say, the wind ripped the meringue off the pie and it scattered across the parking lot while she was delivering it. If it was one of her strawberry rhubarb pies, I would have curled up under my blanket, sucking my thumb and crying like a baby. And you may now consider yourself newsed.
Well, that person should count their blessings. It could have been your doppelganger with a poison pie.
Oh my God, that's right. Your Russian doppelganger.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I forgot about that. I was terrified. We should all be terrified. Now, I do have a game, guys, but we are at the 1 a.m. set. I mean, do we want a game? Or I can entice you with a riddle brought to us by ChatGPT. GTP?
Let's do Chat GP riddle.
Chat GT...
P.
Is it GPT or GTP?
GPT.
Okay.
GPT.
We'll go with that. Right, okay, in which case, here is your riddle, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Are you just waiting to hit enter? Is that what the shtick is here?
No. You're right. Okay, right, so the user says, tell me a riddle, okay? Here we go.
Uh-huh.
Now, here cometh the riddle. Here's a riddle for you. I'm not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but I need water to live. What am I?
Algae.
That would be alive.
Algae.
You're still going with algae. Okay. Polly?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'm thinking.
Hmm.
I was thinking a seed, but...
Oh, yeah.
I got a feeling it's going to be, a 1974 Volkswagen or what. It's just going to be something I'm not thinking of at all.
I mean, you're completely right about that. They go, I don't know, what are you? And the answer is, of course, I am an AI language model designed to answer questions and provide information on a wide range of topics. See, when people say that AI is going to take over the world, I just don't see it happening any of that.
No, hold on. What does that mean? I need water to live.
I'm not worried, Polly.
Skynet. Fuck off.
So there we have it. That's what's up. Should we get a couple of questions before we get out of here? People in the chat, if you have any questions for myself, Polydub, or Sinatra Says, whack them in the chat and we'll get through as many as we can. We got a lot of good answers here. We've got tide, lichen, coral, fucking plant, plankton, crystal, cloud, steam engine. That's a decent one. That's actually pretty good. Hair, rainstorm, liquid cooled is one of them as well. Mark Smart says, do you recognise the ducks in the water? I do not recognise the ducks in the water. Sin, are you doing a Taco Tuesday tomorrow? I think everyone will understand if not, but I mean...
Oh, yeah. I'll have something for tomorrow.
You see, he's a goddamn soldier, ladies and gentlemen. You can't keep this man away.
Look, if I don't work, I'm gonna just be a fucking mess. So yeah, I'll have something for tomorrow.
It's good to be distracted, dude. He's gonna fall into his work now, just like a 70-year-old widowed white lady who all of a sudden found a love for charity fundraisers. Polly, did you do a noir bar over the weekend?
Why is she your 74-year-old lady?
I said A.
Oh.
Well, I don't own a 74-year-old lady.
That's what I mean. Is
Why
it
not?
You collect them?
Well, they never get that old. I don't take care of them. I don't let them out of their little hutch enough, you know. Alex says, does Polly have a real first name? Yeah, Polly.
Rudiger.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I never know. So
I did do a noir bar on Friday.
Yeah.
Sam was there. Far was there. It was a good time. I tweeted out a picture with no context at all because that way it's fun of a room from that man's house where he had glued, screwed, stapled, and affixed all sorts of technological crap to the wall in one room. It kind of looked like a cockpit or a space command from a really shitty science fiction. It was baffling. And he wanted $186,000 for this house. It was so strange. It was in Pennsylvania, and the majority of the square footage of the house was subterranean. Like the house looked like a single floor bungalow from the outside, made of brick. I'm like, $186,000 for this house in the middle of nowhere is kind of expensive. But you go inside, and immediately it all goes down into rock. The whole house, like I said, is all the rooms and everything are subterranean. It was so odd.
That's fairly nice. I like that. It goes down into rock. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, but weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yes.
And I'm willing to bet that it was a giant headache, because when you look at the price history of the house, they were looking for a lot more, and then it went down and went down and went down, and then somebody bought it in 2020, and 2.5 years later, it was back up for sale.
I wonder if they've got like the Tremors monsters under their house.
Oh yeah, there's something going on, isn't there? Yeah. Well, shit, there you go. We've got Neo Masaki says, "What's that smell?" I think you're having a stroke. Big Joe just says, "A cloud." Fantastic. Mark Smart says, "When will you recognise the 4 AAA SCP agents?" I do not recognise the 4 AAA SCP agents. Well, there you go then, guys. This show is over. But if you find yourself with an itch that only a AAA meeting can scratch, then don't go investing in Vice News just yet. We're going to be back on Wednesday on the Polybobs channel at 10:30pm GMT, 5:30pm EST, 4:30 Central, and 5:30am on Christmas Island with news, games, and banter that will make you literally die. I'm heading over to twitch.tv/drunkleplays for some epic gameage. While you're there, be sure to check out Sinatra_says and Polly_Bob. But if it's way past your bedtime, then thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for all the generous donations. The best goddamn chat online. And don't get your cream pie blown off.
No.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Was that my fault? Just ew.